up, you guys? This is Rob from the Guy Plays, and today on the Daily Grind, we're going to be talking about the grind itself when I give you some tips on how to stay sane during extended amounts of farming. Now, if you guys have been keeping up with my series, one of the big things that I've been at lately is this Euphona Prime Riven. It's literally drained me of over 117,000 Kuva in order to get what I like to call the unicorn roll. Because as we know, the Euphona Prime has a primary and a secondary fire that don't quite jive with each other statistically, so I'm really pushing to get something that will allow me to use both and feel good about using both aspects all in one weapon. Unfortunately, hasn't quite worked out, and I've been tapped out of Kuva, so now I need to go and hit the farming just like the rest of you guys. But before we jump into any of that, and this will kind of tie into some of the tips that we have, is the new Prominence bundle that is available from these Twitch crates that are currently out. Now if you guys know me, I'm not great at knowing how to do things on Twitch. However, there is a Twitch Prominence bundle that is available in the Twitch Crate packs, and that includes the Excalibur Prominence helmet, the Excalibur Prominence skin. I'm hoping it's all called Prominence because I really don't remember if it is. And the Ankyros Prime Prominence skin, and it also comes with Platinum, Twitch color picker, which is like different shades of purple. I'm gonna be real with you. That's all that is. It's like the smoke palette, but it's Twitch colors, which is purple and white, and that's it. But it still comes up with some really pretty energy colors, as you can see right there. You get that, you get bits for your favorite Warframe streamers, and you also get an exclusive emote. Now, I'm going to give you guys a heads up on this as I start showing you the colors, because I came up with a couple different looks for it, is that I am not actually included in that. So if you guys are like going to my Twitch page and whatnot, don't buy it from me, baby, because it's not going to help me at all. Go to, like, let's say Trainsy TV, Daniel the Demon, Shull, Smashly, Wogrates, Mogamu. All of them are Twitch partnered, and you can go to their channels and you can pick that crate up for them there, and it'll actually help support them. So me, I'm not, like, I haven't put in my application yet, which I probably should do at some point, but I'm not partnered, so it's not going to directly help me, so don't get it from me, because it's like not going to do shit to help. That's why I got like Daniel the Demon's logo up there, because we were trying to show some love on the stream yesterday, because gosh, it's a family. The Warframe community is a family, and I want to make sure that we spread the love a little bit. Now I do want to point something out which drives me a little bit crazy. So we have the accent color right there, and this is one of the things that drove me nuts about the skin, because it appeared that there was no accent color to be seen on the skin. However, if you look very closely right here, okay, pay attention to that little spot. Yes, there is one line on the helmet that is affected by this coloration. You can see, maybe we can see that better right there. Is that insane? I was like, DE, you gotta try a little bit harder. Try a little harder than that. But I still think that the skin actually looks pretty cool overall. When I first saw it initially, I was like, oh, that hurts my face, because look, it's that crazy purple. It's that crazy, I was like, no. And it is Prominence, good. I did get it right. This is the second look. This one's a little bit more graphical, a little more in your face. And I'll be honest with you, I think there's going to be a lot of people that like the Tron looks and like all of the cool line designs. And I think that this is going to be right up their alley. Me, it's not bad. It's not bad. I still, you know, like my Grak skins, and I still like my Hitsusan skin. So it's not gonna take the place of anything major, but you know, it's nice to experiment. Which brings us to our first point into how to stay sane during extended amounts of farming. Ah, you didn't think it would all merge in, but it kind of does, doesn't it? So one of the things that I really like doing for extended amounts of farming is I'll actually go through and I will fashion frame my frames. And the thing is, when you're on your ship, what ends up happening is you don't get the exact same kind of color payoffs as you actually do in mission. Sometimes I'll be like, all right, I could add a little bit of intensity to that color. And then I get into a mission, I'm like, why do I look like a clown? What did I do there? So it's a really good idea to actually be able to play around a little bit, then take them onto a mission, you know, do your farming mission, and then come back to the ship and tweak. In addition, sometimes energy colors look like a great idea when you're on your ship. However, when you get into the actual mission, you're like, ow, that did not pan out the way that I thought it was gonna pan out. And if you're wondering why I'm not gonna show you, see, because I don't have a Prominence skin look for Color C. But of course, we have our favorite Excalibur, who will never die. I love him too much to kill him. Excalibur, you will not leave us. But actually, I actually have a look on my Excalibur Prime to show you guys too, just to make up for it, so you guys know. But yeah. So that's one of the tips that I like doing, and one of the other things that kind of also goes hand in hand with that is that you can do this for all your Warframes. Literally just start from A and go all the way down and get all of your Warframes fashion framed, go through all of them, or maybe even just go through their B colorations and play around with those a little bit, bring them into a mission, and really vary up the Warframes that you use in a mission, because legitimately, doing the same thing over and over and over, especially with the same Warframe or the same weapons, is gonna add to your burnoutiness. I know that's not an actual word, but it is a word in my brain. And that's one of the things that it kind of like, it's the same for a lot of different things and a lot of different things in life. Like if you work out, your muscles will plateau. Like when you work out and you do the same workout every single day, your muscles will plateau and it'll be really, really hard for you to gain muscle unless you switch up the exercises. So you have to think about this way, that what you're doing when you go into these farming missions is you tend to bring the same frame and do the same thing over and over and over again, and that's just gonna add to your burnoutness. And that's no kind of fun whatsoever. So I would highly suggest varying up the frames that you use. Use fashion frame as your kind of like device. You're like, who haven't I fashion frame? Get in there, start tweaking your colors, and as you go, like as you kind of go through everything, you'll forget exactly how much you farmed, you'll forget how much time that you've spent in there, and you'll actually be able to not want to murder yourself after each mission. Now the next thing that I'm going to suggest is also leveling up your weapons. Now one of the things that has happened with, you know, the whole mastery rank system is basically if you've got a decent enough mastery rank, you'll actually have points that are auto attributed to your weapon even at level 0, right? So what you can do is you can try out all of the new buffed weapons that came out with the recent update. Go through them, go re-level them. Like you guys know, I like had no mods on my Mutalist Quanto when I was playing around with it, but I've been leveling it up and I've been adding some form onto it just so I can kind of see how it performs when it's actually optimized. And I've got a Riven for it as well, so I'm like, well shit, I might as well go ahead and get it leveled while I'm doing all of this Forma farming, and now it gives you, or not Forma farming, while I do all of this Kuva farming, and it kind of takes your mind off of it, because now you're like, oh okay, in one more mission this thing is going to be ranked up, what mods am I going to put in, and it takes your brain away from doing the exact same thing all the time. Again, mixing things up, breaking things up, even if it's just like, ooh, this thing leveled, I need to go put another forma onto it. Or, ooh, this thing leveled, how do I like rebuild it and play around with it? Instead of thinking, oh, I gotta do another mission where I'm Kuva farming. Oh, I gotta do another mission where I'm forma farming. Oh, blueprint farming, yada, 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 so on and so forth. It gives your brain a little bit of a break and distracts you a little bit, so you don't completely feel like you're just going through the exact same motion over and over and over again, because that's really what attributes burnout. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and jump into a mission and hopefully not die a million times over, because I have not played Excalibur in super long, and I'm going to be using Radial Blind build for him. And I have not used a Radial Blind in a long time either. So we'll see how all of that goes when we jump into a mission. Alright, so one of the things that I actually failed to mention last time around was switching up your companions. And I know that that sounds really weird, especially because I'm super utterly devoted to my Kavat. And the thing is, you know, if you're willing to kind of give up a little min-maxiness when it comes to the drop chance, because as you guys know, I use the Smita's the charm ability, or I can't really call it charm, but like the double drop ability, because charm is like so many different things. But yeah, I use that ability in order to go ahead and get myself double drops on things. So sometimes you'll actually get double the Kuva from it. But if you're willing to give up a little bit on that RNG and you're kind of cool with, you know, not being super serious about it, you can play around with a lot of different things. Namely something along the lines like I really had a lot of fun with the Helmet's Charger. So if you guys hadn't, you know, played around with that one yet, he's an absolute beast. He can deal a ton of damage. Or if you want to go the Sentinel route, because, you know, you need your vacuum fix, give the Doriga and the Meat Slab one, because I can't remember its name right now. You know which one I'm talking about, the one that looks like, you know, carne asada. Like flying not Dorica. It starts with the D. The dear Lord, sweet baby Jesus. The Jin. The Jin. There you go. Go ahead and give the Jin a chance to try those out because it's got that mesmerizing AOE. And to be honest with you, those Sentinels can really change up how a build works. And sometimes it comes down to maybe you don't want to change up your Warframe itself, because you know I was saying play around with the different Warframe colors, play around with different builds. Maybe you don't want to do that. Play around with companions too, because what that can do is it can really change the way that your current loadout plays. And even that small bit can be a really big help. And maybe it'll make you care about, you know, other warm, fuzzy, blobby creatures, you know, whether it's, you know, a new space doge or it's a new space flying blob. It can be either one of those things, and it can have a really big impact on the way that you play your missions. Now, that kind of does it for like the in-game things. You know, I'm always going to tell you to mix it up, play around with different things and experiment, because that's always fun, leveling things up and all that. But now I kind of want to suggest, and I'm almost considering making this like a community thing where people can make suggestions and I'll check it out and I'll kind of see if I want to vouch for it or not at the end of the month. But I almost kind of want to do a spot on SoundCloud, because this is something that I find myself doing a lot as a content creator, is that I always need to kind of listen to new music, see what artists are out there, and kind of figure out, you know, what I'd like to put into videos. So sometimes, you know, I'll drop by NCS, which is no copyright sounds, or I'll go to the Creative Commons on ArgoFox, and I'll actually go, and what I'll do there is I won't actually check out songs, but I'll check out artists. Then what I'll do is I'll end up going to SoundCloud, because as you guys know, whenever I kind of link music, I will always link through SoundCloud. Is I'll actually just go through their SoundCloud and just let that play in the background. And sometimes, you know, listening to new music can really revitalize what's going on with you. And, you know, maybe that's all you need is just a couple new beats to refresh your feelings in the mission. Because music, as we've seen with Octavia, music can play a massive role in the way that you play the game. And maybe you don't need to go to SoundCloud. Maybe you just want to play around with some new Octavia songs. You can do that. You can do that too. You know, whatever it is that is going to kind of change things up for you and kind of make things a little bit different and allow you to play differently. And now the last one, and this is the one that people are going to be like, well, Rob, you know, this might be an issue if you're doing this while you're playing Warframe. But sometimes a boy's gotta do what a boy's gotta do. And one of the things that I would always suggest is finding a new Netflix series. I know that sounds terrible, and you're like, well, this is the problem with farming, that you need a Netflix series to make it interesting. I'm like, boo, farming in any game can be fucking like brain numbing. It doesn't matter if it's Warframe. It does not matter if it's looking for specific drops when it comes to like Diablo or something like that. Like, all of that can be absolutely goddamn mind numbing too. It's a part of the game. It's a part of every game where you have to farm and do the same thing over and over again. So Netflix is a great thing. Me and a friend have actually been watching a lot of Legion, and I know that's not on Netflix. I'm not going to mention how I watch that, but we've been watching Legion. Archer Season 7 came out, and I just kind of marathon streamed that as well. There's a lot of different things. Iron Fist is out. I'm hearing it's not getting great reviews, so probably not a thing. But I think it might actually be cool to have that conversation and say, all right, you guys, what is going to be like our tune-out farming, you know, jam of the month? Who's our tune-out artist of the month? What's our tune-out series of the month? And it's actually almost pulling from like some of the stuff that I did on my second channel. But legitimately, that's how like I watch some of these things. That's how I like experience some of these series is by farming my brains out and having it playing on like my second monitor or having it playing off of my phone. Just like wherever it is that I can pull in like outside influences, so you know I kind of am not completely like brain dead from doing the same type of mission over and over and over again. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think that would be a fun series, maybe of like capturing what what is interesting in, you know, media that month. So whether it's going to be like new artists that you think I should really listen to, or you think other people should listen to. Of course, it can't be copyrighted stuff. That's why I say you have to go to NCS, or you have to go to Argo Fox Creative Commons just to scout out these artists and what it is on Netflix or other means that you think that we should be watching. But yeah, so those are my tips for staying sane. And actually, as of the recording of this video, so just the other day, we were down to 0 Kuva, and we are actually back up to 34,000. Not too bad. It's slow going, I'll be honest with you, but we're making some pace on there, and hopefully soon we'll be able to do another 100,000 worth of rerolls on the same fucking Euphona Riven. Regardless, I want you guys to take care of yourselves during all of those farms. Make sure that your brain doesn't completely fry itself. Make sure that you're having fun. Make sure that you're rotating out warframes and weapons, leveling things up so that, you know, you can experience new things while you're doing the same thing. And as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch yo body. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. You might also maybe do some Mass Effect playthroughs. Maybe you should watch that in the background. You know, Mass Effect Andromeda, great series. Just putting it out there in the universe. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.